We're live. Hello, everybody. We're going to have a. Hey, Deb, I'm just grabbing people as they're coming into the room. Hello, Helene. Nice to see you and Deb. Okay. I pulled my between decks and I hadn't used them in a while, so I was a little rough on the edges. So I had thrown for the collective when I was talking to Dean earlier. You watched me throw them. But the reading was so interesting that I decided to keep it up rather than reshuffle and start all over, because it's the energy of the collective in the now. And I also went ahead and pulled some postcards from Spirit and a surrender card and a novice day card, which 2 came out. So it's really interesting coming into this. And my guides told me to pull the first card and read it from the book. The first card that came up for the collective is the between deck is the one that runs 2 cards per card. And it's the Sun and the Judgment card. And I hope you guys can see the imagery on this. It is an angel and a bunch of angels surrounding it, sitting before the Sun. And that's the Sun behind the Judgment card. And I thought it was really interesting what came up with it. The meaning of the card from the Between book says, setting the scene, the sun is setting in the horizon with hundreds of dark angels moving forward and filling the sky. They are calling forth a very cold structure from the sea of forgotten time. The structure represents our repressed thoughts and emotions. Nothing is hidden from the angels. Symbolically, with this card, the arrival of the angel signifies the arrival of the last judgment for the fool, which I heard Trump. And as the sun begins to set in the horizon, in the atmosphere of the card should feel very forbidding and even frightening. The impulse would be to step back from the scene rather than forward. After passing through the realm of the sun, all is clarified, and now it's time to receive the last judgment from the angels. Don't we feel that that's been going on for him? It says the between concept is in the between stage of feeling security and happiness that corresponds to the sun behind us, illuminating us, of course. What lies ahead is unknown and scary lessons that will be present with the judgment of the angels. The correspondent element of judgment is fire. Trial by fire is what happens in this stage. In order to pass the test of progress outward, we need to recall the lessons learned through the fool's journey in order to show we have progressed and are already moving up in the realm of spirit. For the time being, there is knowledge that you are about to be tested, and all you can do at the present time is to prepare for the moment. And I think that's exactly where we've been. We've been watching everything in our society literally come to a test. And who's put us there? Trump, the fool. We're on the fool's journey right now. And everything's becoming illuminated. And I think that's us in our uprising. We're facing the illumination of what was in the past and what has come to fruition so far. And he's now being judged. Who is judging him? We, the people, by standing up in opposition to what he's trying to do to our nation. And this whole reading comes out as a reflection of yesterday, the uprising of the people. in our energy. And I thought it was really neat because the cards were really, really positive. The next card in the reading that came out was the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands, going in between. And I feel like this is the King of Swords who's been in judgment of us, trying to wield his warrior power on us, and us coming back as the messenger saying, we aren't putting up with this. We are in opposition of you. And this is us taking our strength and power and putting it into our messaging forward, and not taking the messages strictly from the king. It moves into the 10 of coins and the Ace of Coins. And I love the top of this card. It says equality now. And this is us. It reminds me of us during the 60s when the nation was protesting for racial freedoms and equality. That comes in many forms. It's not just, it's women's rights. It's rights of Black people in the 60s, and then becoming, gaining voters' rights, and us up moving as a people in support of all the rights of everybody that lives here in the United States. And that's what we're doing now. We're doing a repeat of that action. We're standing in our strength and coming forward in this. The next card to follow is the Six of Swords into the Seven of Swords. And this is us wanting to move to calmer waters. And we are rising above our current situation. We're standing above the crowd and fighting back in opposition. See how it's relating to the No King's Day. And then we get the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. This is unity in our strength, our power, our truth. It's that nurturing, wanting to nurture our families and show our strength in standing up for our rights, standing up there and taking control as in our own nation, and not leaving that behind under a king. We are taking the positions of our own strength. Then we move into Temperance and the Devil. And we all know who the devil's represented in this card. And the Temperance card is us fighting back, us being temperate in the way we do it. We're not doing it in violence or anything outrageous. We are standing up for our truths. And we're being patient in that process of doing this. I love these cards. Then it moves into the Knight of Coins, into the Queen of Coins. This is our diligent, our steady pace forward for security and opportunity, and the hard work we're putting into moving into a positive light, messaging out there into what that our hard work allows us to embetter ourselves and financial security. These are the things we're fighting for. Then we get the Six of Wands into the Seven of Wands. This is our action card. Us as a people, we've looked at our past, and we know we aren't going back to our past, but we're standing in our strength, our power, we're being creative about it. You got to admit, if you watch it, I spent all of yesterday watching all the parades all over the nation, and the unity and the strength and the power in which everybody stood nonviolently. And I love that we had no arrests, nobody busting in with tear gas into the crowds or anything. It was all peaceful. And I was talking to Dean earlier, and I said part of the reason why that is all those people that used to cause havoc at all the protests and stuff, they're all ICE agents now, and they were not permitted to be there. I think they were forewarned, stay out of the crowds. They're not crowd control. That's not their job. So they didn't appear. Those are usually your KKK, your Poor Boys, your negative groups that cause havoc during people's protests. Since they were too busy being ICE agents and holding those positions, they weren't causing havoc in the parades. So the parades were peaceful, calm. The people were creative, and I love the creativity that came out with the costumes and the marches and the dancing and the music at some of them. And I mean, it was just wonderful watching. And I sent my prayers, my love, my positive energy out to everybody I am so glad. I mean, and the unbelievable crowds. And I think by the time they're done counting crowds by AI, by people having registered, etc., I think they're going to get a lot more than I know the number is already over 7 million people out there on the street. But this is what this is. This is our rising above it all, looking at the past and standing in our creative, action-packed motions and moving forward. Then we get the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups. This is our awakening, our great awakening. We're not living in this delusion that's been trying to be forced upon us anymore. We're awakening and breaking ourselves free, because that Eight of Cups is us being bound up and tied. We're setting ourselves free. We're not buying into the emotional squawk that's going on in the background. We're rising above that. We're awakening, and we're finding our emotional strength to continue to fight with what we believe in. Then we get the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. By us standing up in this power, this is that strength card, that Ace saying we are taking action, and we're shining that light of balance. We're wanting balance back in our life by standing in opposition of what's going on in this world and what our administration is trying to do to us. We're standing in there and saying, no, we need balance. We need to stand up in what we believe in. And what he's doing is not what we believe in. And so we're speaking not only for ourselves, but we're also telling our administration, our representatives, what we want them to do. And caving in is not on the list. The underlying card of the reading is the King of Coins into the Page of Coins. This is all that hard work. And I love the imaging on this card because there's a mother and a child, and the child's holding a hammer, and there's all of the king's little golden emblems, and she's getting ready to smash them down. This is us empowering ourselves over the king. We have a message. We don't want to live in the riches and the wealth and that energy. We want to live in a higher self and protect the people and the world. And so we are not willing to forsake ourselves for the king and his little baubles. So we're striking them out. It is followed by the Two of Coins and the Three of Coins. And I love this card too, because the Two of Coins is that balance that we're looking for. But the Three of Coins is us joining together in unity. And I love the caption in this card. It says, vote for women. And I don't think it's just for women. I think it's vote for equal rights. That's everybody's right to vote, not just women's, but that's the movement that originated, allowing the vote for women and allowing the vote for people of color, etc. These are the things we want. And this is something they're trying to mess with now, is trying to disenfranchise not only people of color, but women too. It's across the board. They're trying to disenfranchise anybody that's not a white male. In the center of the, I drew 6 cards for the underlying cards. The center of the underlying cards is the moon to the sun. And this is all the secrets and everything coming out and being illuminated by the sun. The truths are coming out now. They're becoming more and more illuminated as we go through. The illumination will take this administration down. It very much is. And I guess Trump left Mar-a-Lago, his big $1 million plate fundraising thing, left early because of all the protests were disrupting his good time. And he went back to D.C. and then was madly texting on his Truth Social like a idiot man up and through the wee hours of this morning. Okay, we move into, we have the King of Cups into the Page of Cups. This is us taking power over our emotions and leaving a message that we are not going to tolerate this anymore. We are standing up for our rights. We're leaving that message. We are in opposition of the king, and we are not going to succumb to that. From there, we move into the 9 of Coins and the 10 of Coins, and it says victory for the suffragists. That is, we the people standing up in opposition to what's going on in our society. This is bringing abundance and happiness financially. This is going to be the turning point of us passing the test and standing up for our rights in opposition to what our government's doing. I think it is going to make a lot of impact on the direction in which we're going. And the final card of this is the Eight of Coins into the Nine of Coins. More prosperity. The Eight of Coins, and look at the image, that there's the crowd in protest, and they're working hard at wanting to get their voices heard, send the messaging. We are in opposition of what's going on right now. We will work hard to fight for our rights, and we will achieve it. And, I just love the symbolism of all these cards that came out. Weren't they great? You see why I had to not reshuffle and read them? It's because it really is reflective of what's going on right now in our society, and us, we the people, standing up for our rights and what we believe in and what's going on in this nation. And we need to continue to get our voices out there. Yes, things are still going to be tough. We're going to have struggles. We've got to hope and pray that the Republicans will come back to the table and that the Democrats will stand strong and not give an inch on protecting our rights as citizens. I think they're going to end up recalculating health insurance and all that. I don't think they're going to give them a choice. And those of us that are getting ready to renew our Social Security benefits, our Medicare benefits and stuff, I personally carry a supplemental plan, so I actually pay a pretty sizable premium. I haven't even called to check and see what that premium is, but I have this feeling insurance premiums are going to be recalculated. It may take a few months for it to do, so don't lose hope on that. I think for one thing, that should be a separate bill. And Dean sent me a meme or a clip of the guy telling what the law is. That should actually be a bill on its own, not part of the budget. And I totally agree with the guy. It was a really good program, and a little clip that he sent me. You should post that on your post page, Dean. Okay, and the message from the postcard from Spirit I pulled is collaborate life. And it says, dearest you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times it's a perfect time for taking the leap. No matter how dangerous it might seem, we hold on to our parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall down and get lost or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if you may feel like you are in a free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into the transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for the new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it is time that it happens, and you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself that is the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Isn't that the perfect card for this reading? I just loved how that coincided with it. The surrender card I pulled is surrender to joy. I love how she's taking that leap of faith. It says the key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and the easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And then two blessing cards came stuck together. And the first one is a blessing from the light. You are dearly loved more than you can possibly imagine, and you're never alone. The universe of love and light surrounds you and showers you with blessings that ebb and flow in your heart. Namaste. And the other one is Shanti, peace, blessing. Shante, bless you are the everlasting peace beyond words and understanding. Blessed are you, tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul, through which all appears in infinite. Namaste. So I love these cards. I love the artwork on these too. They're actually absolutely beautiful artwork on these cards. So that is the message for the collective from Spirit. So, yep, I feel the energy. Spirit is behind us. We're moving in the right direction. I think we've pretty much annihilated the control of the narcissistic leader king. My guys say he's just literally having a mental breakdown right now. He does not know what to do with the energy of the people. It has thrown him for a major loop. And let me go back through my list and grab the people that came in while I was reading that. So we've got Queen. I got Helene. Okay, we've got 5 people in the room so far. I'll have to switch back and forth to watch people coming in. And if you do want a personal reading or want to donate to the channel, or a question or donate to the channel, we're doing 5-card readings. I'm going to do the 5-card readings out of my oneness deck, but I think I'm going to read the 3-card readings today out of the between deck. And let me give these a quick shuffle in. I haven't used this deck in a long time, so.
Okay, Tammy, let's see. I threw some cards for you. And it starts off with the sun. The light is shining upon you really, really positively. You just need to put your best foot forward, and you need to look at the opportunities that are coming towards you as something you need to push through and learn. There's also going to be with the 3 of cups, there might be some healing involved in the family. Because I say this because the undercard is the 3 of swords. So there's either healing or there's definitely something that needs to be addressed to allow you to move forward into the light. But it ends with the Emperor. So this is telling me that you're in full control of this. Don't allow people to push you around to or manipulate you and how you want to address the situation. But I would say this is definitely something that needs to bring healing about. So many blessings to you. I hope everything is going well for you this week. What did you get, Kathy?
Well, coming into this reading, because I'm doing a 3-card reading, coming into this reading right now, we've got the 5 of Swords into the 6 of Swords as the first card walking into the reading. Of course, the 5 of Swords is that inner fighting and conflict that you've been feeling around you. I'm a little bit out of control, but you're taking that sword energy and you're finding your strength in moving forward. You're not, it's not so much a winning at all costs, but you're standing up for what you believe in and your rights and your strength of moving forward in that energy. Then we get the King of Swords to the Page of Swords. And this is your ability to empower yourself as a king and your surroundings, but you're putting the message out there that you're not taking BS from anybody. Basically, you're standing in your strength of power and you're putting that message out there to the world. Is you have found your strength, your energy, and you've learned these lessons, And now you're empowering yourself. And you know your truth, and that's the message that you're putting out there towards people is you are no longer taking that BS that people can put on you. You're empowering yourself, and you're going to stand in your truth in your now. And then I get the final card of the reading is the Hangman going into death. You have taken time to rise above everything. Take perspective of it. You're not hung up on everything that's happened in your past anymore. You're looking at the world from a completely new perspective and positiveness. And this is you're at that point. You're ending everything from your past. You're letting that go. You've learned that lesson, and you're in a new awakening, a new beginning period of time. So this is you pulling all that strength, all those lessons, everything you've gone through in life, and ending your past completely and taking strength. I love the underlying card of the death is this is a period of time where you have been feeling like you have been it's the 8 of Swords into that 9 of Swords, the obstacles that you ran into in your lifetime, but you're setting yourself free from these obstacles. You're no longer allowing yourself to be bound up in obstacles that are going to hold you back anymore. So you're freeing yourself from that, and you're moving into the energy of the high priestess into the empress. This is the new possibilities that you give birth to. That's new life, new beginnings, that positive energy, and you empowering yourself and being connected with your higher self, your spiritual self. And this is a period of time in your life that you have been fully awakened, and you're connecting to your true spiritual value, and you've grasped that, man. I know you, and blessings to you because you're doing a wonderful job. You have overcome so much in life, and now you're just embracing everything you're coming into, Tammy. Blessings to you. Let me pull you a postcard from Spirit really quick because this is my spiritual Sundays, and I've got to see what Spirit has to contribute to me. Quickly shuffle these cards around. These cards are really hard to shuffle, so I'm just stack shuffling today. Hopefully we won't get too many duplicates from. We have to mute and I have to shuffle that deck in give me one card. It's this one. It's this one. It says with love. And the Spirit from postcard says, with love, dearest you know how much we love you and want you to help you. We are here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings we're pulling through the matrix to give you and what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your dreams and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different than yours. Trust in Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, the miracles will have taken place. We love you so much. I like that card. That's neat. Now, I know I've read all the cards, but I don't remember that one. Some cards stand out more than others. Okay, next up is Tony.
Hi, Tony. We're coming into this reading with the 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's things around you that you might not see. Sometimes these things can be things we don't want to see or things we are not able to see. They're hidden from us. So there's an energy around you that you're uncertain about, or you're feeling like in the dark with something. But in the center of the reading, I do have the Emperor for you. So stand fast. Know that you can create or manifest whatever it is that you want. And what it ends up with is the Two of Cups. So there might be some form of partnership or a connection for somebody that you're looking for. And then this deck, my underlining card is the World, and there's also two people in it. So I feel like though that you're trying to connect with somebody possibly, or try to reconnect with somebody, or there's things preventing you from connecting with them, whether that's on their behalf or on yours. But regardless, you are able to see through it. You just got to stand fast. Many blessings to you. What did you get, Kathy? You're on mute, Kathy.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. If I looked up at my screen, I would have seen the big mute sign posted up. That's a new one. I'm doing a 5-on-5. Tammy, thank you for the donation. And we never did connect last week. So after the show, if you're home, let me know if you're home, and I will give you a buzz and we'll catch up. So I know you get busy. Well, she's just outside of the Washington, D.C. area. Did you join the rallies yesterday? I'm curious. I saw a really great, there was one of the channels that one of your guys going around asking people how they thought they were going, and, where's all the riots and everything that were supposed to happen. And one of the answers he got from one of the participants at the rally said, oh, I don't know. I think if you just walk all the way down the block, that big building called the Capitol or the White House, at the end, there may be some fighting, some riots going on inside of it. I thought it was just a perfect answer. Thought it was hilarious. And I thought that's exactly where all the problems are lying, is over at the White House. Okay, let's see. We are moving into this reading with the inspiration of cups. That is the Queen of Cups. That is your emotional, your nurturing energy that you're moving in, this beautiful energy moving forward right now. I get the action of swords. This is you taking charge. This is that Knight of Swords. You taking charge, that warrior, that strength, that standing in your truth, your power, and taking action, moving forward. This is part of your awakening, part of you taking control and your connection with the higher spirit, with the oneness card. And you're very well connected. You've got that beautiful divine energy all around you as you're rising in your awakening. It is followed by the Spirit of Wand. The Spirit of Wand is the Page of Wands. This is you using your creativity, your knowledge, your education, your experience as you move forward through this journey. And the Spirit wants to let you know they've got your back. They're lighting your path with the Hermit card. They've got your path lit, and you're going nothing but up into that light, into that beautiful energy. My blood sugar's going up. Ooh. Let me take a booster shot really quick. I don't know why my blood sugar shot up from my lunch really high. I know why. I put a little sweet and sour on my chicken sandwich when I have it. Let me get a good dose of insulin here before I jump up too high. Okay. Let's see the Hermit. Okay. Going into next week, I get the Two of Cups. That is you working in partnership with others, hand in hand, and it's followed by the Three of Cups, that partnership, the Three of Pentacles. This is the partnership that's bringing you into financial security. God, we got to catch up. And then it is followed by the embodiment of pentacles. This is financial stability. This is the King of Pentacles. This is you being the breadwinner, you being financially secure. I love these cards. And then you get the embodiment of cups. Of course, you get the king and queen together. This is that partnership, that relationship. And I know you're single. This could be a partnership. It's a marital partnership. It's conjunction with work. Yeah, I'm hearing yes, work. Um, this is you're putting your emotions out there. You're putting your all into this, and you're working with them to improve and betterment of how things are going, and it's emotional to you. You're putting your all into it, your blood, your sweat, your tears, all that beautiful energy to create. And oh, a new beginning. You get a new beginning card as the final card of the reading. This is that beginning of a new journey, that full card. And this is that leap of faith you put out there for yourself. So if you haven't already heard on your proposal, I think it's going to come very soon. If you already haven't got the offers or have sat down and discussed further how you want to go with that. The underlying cards of the reading is that Seven of Wands. Wands, of course, being that creative fire energy. You're taking action. You're rising above. And yes, I do see you rising. You are a rising star. You're feeling like a little heartbreak. Maybe it's taking a little longer to hear back from decisions about this. But don't be weary, because it is followed by the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, abundance, financial security. I love this card. I see things moving very, very positively for you, both in all that you put out there of yourself and financially is going to pay off for you. So I love these cards. And yes, we got to connect back together and catch up, because it's been a while since we've talked. I'm so curious about that dream, if you remember it, that you wanted me to hear about. Those of you that didn't know, I do dream interpretations, but I need details, dream details, to be able to do interpretations of dreams. Um, Let me pull a postcard from Spirit, because they always have something to contribute. I love these cards. They are my favorite. It says, celebrate life. Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest life at the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your dreams, no matter what kind, like magic, seed pods in a basket, glowing with infamous potential. Look closely at each one. You are afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others. Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? I don't think you are. Um, is Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Oh, let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intentions take to the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are essential in co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when your desires come from deep within you, they might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful and share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. I love this card. Beautiful, beautiful card for you there. Okay, next up, and I see the room just jumped in. Viewers, so is Helene. Hello, Helene. She's in France. This is late over there.
Okay, Helene, let's see what I have for you. I have the start of the week. I have the Four of Wands here. So this might be a marriage or pairing of two ideas, a group of people. It could actually be an actual marriage. I don't know. But what I am feeling like is it's a pairing and grouping of ideas. And why? It's to be able to provide for yourself or for others with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So there's definitely something that you're preparing for, you're getting ready for, planning for, to make sure you have the proper resources to care for yourself and potentially others, whether that's financial, job security, or health bound. Okay. And whatever it is that you're trying to go for, you have the the Queen of Wands energy. So you're in that energy to make things happen. You have that vision, you see what you want, and you're going to go after it. And it's your time to shine because I had the World card for you. Many blessings to you, Helene. And what did you get, Kathy?
I'm shuffling. I was pulling people coming in. Hello, Viviana and Snow Wolf. I added you to the list. Okay. I thought it was so funny. I watched your reading on Brendan Ann's show today, Helene, and I had popped in there, learn. And then Ann, just all the cards were about learning knowledge. And I kept on seeing that the person that will be working with you, you're going to spend a lot of time learning from each other. So I think it's an interesting partnership, very positive partnership for you moving forward. And I just loved how I had sent that message and read, and it was totally supportive of it. It was crazy. I always find it very curious. I know Brenda and I are always in sync. And I love, and Anne is always in sync with Brenda. And I haven't worked directly with Anne yet. One of these days. But Brenda and I have worked together for a long time. So, okay. Okay, we're back to the in-between decks. Okay. And we start off the reading with the 9 of coins, conjoining with the 10 of coins. This is success, financial success and prosperity and happiness coming your way. It is also, it's in the background of the card, it says victory of the suffrages. So this is just standing in your power. You always have the most interesting life, and I'm so glad you found somebody to collaborate with. I see this as a very good thing, though. And financially, you're going to be very successful. So whatever this lesson is this learning experience that you're learning is going to help you build your strength and prosperity moving forward. So I think you're in a good situation right now, and it's very positive for you. And it's allowing that growth and that prosperity to continue in your life, and allowing you to meet your goals. So then I get the King of Swords moving into the Page of Swords. Okay, this is that king that is stands at his strength in his truth, as a warrior moving forward. And you're the messenger that is also bringing the message of staying in your truth, and in that energy. It allows you to rise above and move forward. And I see this as you the supervisor to the person you're collaborating with. And like Brenda said, it's your job is to work together and to learn from each other and to move forward in prosperity. It's not for you to solve that person's personal problems. I know it's hard not to get involved in people that are struggling and wanting to give advice to people, but yes, stay out of that energy and keep everything on a positive work basis, and don't let your personal life interfere with your professional life, and it's going to take you very far. This is allowing you with the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Cups is to be in that harmony, that beautiful water. This depicts you in a boat on a beautiful calm riverbed with the light shining behind you, fishing, And anytime there's fish involved or fishing involved, it's prosperity that you're bringing to yourself, abundantness. And I think you're going to have a wonderful, abundant, with the light shining behind you, it's going to bring you that abundance and an awakening that is going to allow you to grow spiritually and move forward in a positive way. The underlying cards of this reading are the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. Two of Swords. It is options and choices that you have to make. And the Three of Swords, I'm trying to think, heartbreak. By making the right decisions in the direction you're going, it's not going to lead you to heartbreak. So keep very positive, stay educated, stay in your power with the swords in that strength position, and in what you believe in, and don't let outside influences move you in the wrong direction. You recognize the truth as you move forward. Then you get the Two of Wands followed by the Three of Wands. The Two of Wands, of course, is finding that balance, getting that balance and into your life. Well, I'm seeing the balance because she's actually throwing orbs up in the air, which reminds me of not the Two of Wands. It reminds me of the balance card, that the Two of Coins. But it is the opportunity and choices that you make moving forward. And of course, the Three of Wands those are action cards, the actions you take. So the decisions you make and the actions you take are going to move into positive ways. The Three of Wands, of course, representing you waiting for your shifts to come in. That is finding opportunity and balance, moving you in the right direction, of course. And you're using creativity and all of that, your knowledge and creativity, and all the research you've done and how much you put into educating yourself on the way of and sharing that will allow you to move forward. Then you get the Six of Wands into the Seven of Wands. This is, of course, you moving forward into that and rising above things. You are facing challenges and taking actions that are going to allow you to rise above and of course use that energy and that creativity to better yourself. So it's you taking action on everything you're doing right now, sharing your knowledge, sharing all that energy to allow you to move forward into a very positive life. So I love how this coincides, and I was just picking up on your questions to Brenda, so I like the energy in which it came in with that. Let me pull a card for you really quick. Let me cut these in really quick. Let's see what Spirit has to say. It says, "You are loved, dearest you. We are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards and tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into your vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality. But we know that happy rewards are on their way, and you even know change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments and gentle breezes of soft kisses and quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on your journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are so surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel it?" I like that. So beautiful. They got you pegged. You're always on a journey. Think how much wonderful energy you pick up along the way of your journey. I wish I could travel and just move and all that change. I think it'd be the most interesting life. Next up is Deb. Dean, where'd you go? He's got his mic off. He can't hear me.
Oh. Okay, so Deb, what it looks like I have coming in for you, I have the Ace of Cups. So there's new beginnings, possibly with love coming into your life, or meeting new people, opening up to the idea of letting people in. In the middle of the reading, I do have the Queen of let's see, Swords here. So she's no nonsense. She looks for that energy that's good, and things that resonate with her. She's the type of person that's not going to settle. She's the type of person that believes there's a right and wrong way of doing things. So very meticulous on that aspect. And then it ends with two of Pentacles. So there's definitely going to be some choices of balance, or choices that need to be made to definitely balance you out, whether that's watching the spending that you're doing monthly, or managing your health, managing your income, health, job security, something on that line, that on the household front, making sure you're meticulous and not biting off more than you could chew, but definitely coming into some new and welcome energy that's going to allow you to be really creative. So many blessings to you. Kathy, what did you get? And your mic is off.
I'm sorry. I was wanting to see, the first card in the reading is the Emperor going into the Hierophant, and I just wanted to see what the how this was interpreting, because I wasn't picking up on the full energy of it. And what it says is, when this card shows up in a reading, it will indicate the struggle between two opposing concepts of rulership and religion, or your spirituality, whichever works for you. Both have aspects of control involved in their world to be indignation that I lost my place. There would be a need for some kind of surrender to those surrounding forces in order to progress onward. Here we see the battle of the wills and letting go of the ego, which is the ultimate prize at stake. So you're needing to find balance between your ego and your spiritual self. So let go of the ego and follow your spiritual self would be my advice from that card. It says the final, embarking on a crusade. So yeah. Okay. In the center of the reading, we get the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. These are obstacle cards. You're feeling like you're running into obstacles right now in your life, but all is good because you're going to work through this energy. These are just temporary obstacles that are slowing you down. You can set yourself free from the obstacles by just walking through them and untying yourself and not feeling like you're tied. Just let the ropes drop and walk through the obstacle, and you will get on the other side. Have faith in that energy. As you move forward, you get the Queen of Coins and the King of Coins. This is you being a nurturing mother, that compassion, that responsibility for your family, yourself, and the breadwinner. So you're the one that brings that does all the nurturing in your family, and has that sensibility of financial control, as well as being the breadwinner in your family and the hard worker. So this is you putting hard work and that nurturing into taking care of yourself and those around you. Your ability to control your finances and also earn money to take care of your family. The underlying card of the reading that I get for you is that page of coins into the Knight of Coins. This is your ability, that message to people is, I do know how to make money. I know how to handle my finances. And that slow moving knight, yes, you do earn, and it's steady money. It's not the fastest knight in the deck. It's the slowest knight in the deck. But you have financial achievements that you meet your goals as you move along. You also get the Knight of Wands into the Queen of Wands. This is that fire energy that you have. You're taking charge. That Knight of Wands is your action card, that you're moving forward swiftly, taking action as you move forward. And that Queen of Wands is that creativity, the knowledge, the time and sense that you put into yourself to educate yourself, to use your creativity. This is how you move through life, is using that wonderful, powerful energy to step forward and use all your creativity and knowledge that you've gained along the way to achieve your goals. And what this brings you is the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This is your ability to bring abundance into your family, into your life. Your needs are being met. You have abundance. This isn't always financial abundance, but you're making all that, the emotional needs of your family and your surroundings together. This is that happy family card. There's your family's out here greeting you as you're coming home from work, and they're appreciating everything you do in the process. So I love these cards. It's a beautiful reading. Let's see what the postcards from Spirit have to say. Hey, want me to take the first card here? It is with love. It says, dearest you, selfish giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that you should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do the solid kindness to someone for no other reason than the exercise of your heart. You'll be surprised at how quickly a generous heart is repaid. You know, it often doesn't happen in an immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to the kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger the heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust that you're worthy of and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. This is that charity card, that giving and receiving of yourself from the heart, from the inner self. And you know, like we always say, charity isn't always monetary. It can be helping another person or giving opportunities to other people. But yes, it always comes back tenfold. And it's not an exchange for an exchange. You can give charity to one person and receive from someplace completely different unexpectedly. And it's like not simultaneously, of course, as we all know. But I love that card. Had that six of cups written all over it, or the six of coins written all over it. Okay, next up is, oh no, have you read for Deb yet?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, I already read for Deb.
Okay, I thought you did. I thought, did I get out of order? Okay, next up is Queen. Nice to see you back, Queen. Oh, thank you. I look great. Dean, you look great. hiding your head with your cap. And you were having a good hair day. I saw you without the cap.
Okay, let's see. What I have for you, Queen, I have the Empress in the middle of my reading. So basically, this is saying that whatever you're hoping for, whatever you're desiring, can come to you within a year's worth of time. It'll bring you some kind of resolution or some clarity within your life, I would say, or it could be an actual birth, or have new ideas about something. You do have the three of what is this? The three of wands here. So now is the time where Spirit's saying now is the time to move forward with whatever you have been planning or whatever you've been desiring. And it ends with the nine of wands. Just be careful about what energy or what types of people you may have around you, because not everybody may be in their have your best interests at hand, but definitely you're going to have a turning of events. But I don't really see anything really potential to be worried about. Just be mindful that with life altering decisions, things can get jumbled a bit, but just be prepared to make the proper decisions that you need to. What did you get, Kathy?
I got a message on my phone. But those of you that are subscribers to Amazon um, Prime subscriptions, which I have several, it says $51 payment for everyone. Amazon confirms an automatic reimbursement to users affected by Prime subscription frauds. I think that's when they've signed you up when you didn't actually click on to subscribing. Like, for example, I have Alexis in my bedroom, and every so often something comes on the TV and says, "Hey, Alexis," whatever, and they sign me up for Prime Music. I don't listen to music through my Alexis. I have a stereo. I turn it on if I want to listen to music. I don't want to pay for a music subscription, and I call them and have it canceled. They've done that to me several times and it's usually from their commercials, and my Alexis is sitting in the bedroom and it's subscribing. I'm not even in there because my husband's in there watching TV, and it's coming off one of their Alexis commercials. So I've been signed up for several things without actually signing up, and then I have to call them and get them to cancel it and give me my money back, which is a real hassle because they get nasty about it. But it looks like somebody sued them, and there's a whole $51 settlement. But yeah, it's very inconvenient. So since it popped up, I thought I'd share that with everybody. I'll have to look and see when it's supposed to hit the account. Yeah, they lost a $2.5 billion settlement through the Federal Trade Commission lawsuit. So yeah, that winds up being $51 per person. Wow, they must have really screwed a lot of people over on that one. Okay. Queen, you're reading now. I hope you cash in on the $51 too. Well, I hope you didn't get caught up in it, but I hope you get the $51 if you're a Prime member. And
I am a Prime member, but I didn't get any texts or any notifications about it. I can try looking at my email, see if they sent me something, but typically,
yeah, but I have my Kindle accounts and my, all kinds of, I have some different channel subscriptions and stuff, not just Prime, which all used to fall under the Prime membership, but now it doesn't. Plus, I do the book club because I read a lot. And
Yeah.
audiobook books. When I read, I get double vision when I read too much, and I'm very dyslexic. So sometimes it's just I love to read, but sometimes it's just easier to listen to especially when I'm in the hospital. And it's like $14.95. You get a free audiobook each month, and sometimes they go on sale. Uh, you for like $10, you can get 2 more free books. It's a really great deal. And then I always buy the expensive bestseller books and the ones that are coming out new that cost more. So I get my $30 book for my free books, and then the cheaper ones I may buy later. Or and I set up my and it's funny because my nephew loved to read, and I used to when he was in school. He loved mystery books and thriller books and all that, and I had tons of them. And my sister hates that stuff. And I used to give him all my books. If I read it, I get it. Now that he's passed away, he puts books he wants me to read on my Kindle. And I know they're from him because they're so his taste. And it's really funny because I'll have a whole book list of books, and I haven't even been in my Kindle for a while now. Um, I, I run them on my phone too, which is nice. I can plug them into my car when I'm driving and listen to a book on tape and stuff. So I really enjoy the audiobooks. So okay, off that subject, Queen, you're reading. Okay, we're coming into the reading with the Magician going to the High Priest, and this card is telling me, my guides are telling me, everything you manifest, spirit is receiving that. Your connection with your guides, your high priest. This is your connection with your spirituality, with your guides, with the higher, the one force. They're listening, and as you manifest right now, you will receive. So remember, you're on spirit time, not on your wish list time. So just put out there in the universe, manifest what it is you want coming towards you, and you will receive in due time. The center of the reading, we get the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. The Two of Wands, of course, is choices, options that are out there in the universe. I look at this card, and my guides also say it's a balancing of energy for you. You're going to be given options to take, and in those options, you're going to find your balance, which is why it's represented with these two orbs, sort of representing that balance, as well as that choice opportunities coming your way. But your ships will be coming in with that Three of Wands energy. This is you taking action, making a decision on opportunities that are being presented to you, and your ship will come in and bring that beautiful energy to you. Then we get the Nine of Swords into the Ten of Swords. And this is feeling like you're down, you're tied up an obstacle, and that you've been given swords in the back. But this is the ending of a period. Nines and tens are the period of endings. It's going to make you feel like you've slowed down, you have an obstacle in your way, but you're going to get up and take charge. Trust me. The underlying cards of the reading are the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups. This Knight of Cups is that knight that's bringing you abundance your way. He's moving forward, and it is creating you, allowing you to be that Queen of Cups, moving into that energy of that emotional person, that nurturing person that has the ability to take care of those around you. And then it's funny because the cards came in reverse. You get the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Well, that Page of Cups is you being that messenger of taking care of your emotional needs and nurturing things around you. And of course, that Knight of Cups, again, is that energy of moving into allowing you to move forward and meet those emotional needs as you move forward in life. So sort of a twofer there. And I think they should have came out the other direction, but they didn't. And then it is a warning also for you through this period of time. You get the Four of Coins into the Five of Coins. And this is telling you right now, you need to watch your money. You need to be frugal with your money and spending right now. Don't go on any spending sprees. get what you need, take care of your bills and your immediate needs, and put a little bit money back for something coming up, a need that you're going to need. If you don't set some money aside, this could make you feel like you're left out in the cold and having to go without. But as long as you put a little back behind, and take care of, be very, very frugal this week coming up with money, and then things will start balancing out for you. So it's sort of a warning card. Be really careful and cautious as you go through so that you have your needs met. Your ship is coming in though, so trust that energy. And of course, put out of fruition that energy, that what you're wanting to move forward in, and that maybe more abundance in your life coming forward. So it says the postcard from Spirit is under the category of You Are Magic. So that Magician card here. Dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, and get up and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step towards the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities showing up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really Spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying, go for it. Take a positive action towards your dreams, even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda. It will be orchestrated by Spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how we all work? We love you so much. So I love that card. So take those chances and get out there and get active, and Spirit is delivering for you. They're manifesting for you. And Dean?
Yep, I need to leave. So I put a comment in there saying that to have a great day, everybody. And I will talk to you later.
Okay. Scott pick up his daughter.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining me today, Dean. Talk to you later. Okay, well, next up, Vivian. Thank you for joining me today, Vivian. So nice to see you. But take a moment to shuffle real quick. Oops. Mixing my two decks up. Spirit said switch decks. Okay, I'll switch decks. Okay, I got 3 aces. Absolutely wonderful. The underlying cards of the reading are where all the aces land. It's funny. First of all, you get the Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over, which I love. Yes, you have abundance coming in your life, and your cup's going to be running over. You get the Ace of Wands. By your hard work and action that you're taking moving forward, this is allowing you to be prosperous. Use your creativity and your knowledge and everything you've learned in life and put it towards your goals. This is followed by the 10 of Cups, abundance and happiness, happy family. I love that. This is your connection with oneness, with your divine energy that is allowing you to move forward and prosper. And of course, the last ace in your reading is that Ace of Cups, that financial prosperity. So, all good. I love the aces that I drew for you. Absolutely wonderful energy. We come into the reading with the Seven of Swords. This is your rising above. This is you taking charge and rising above everything and taking a higher perspective and being in your truth and your strength as you move forward. You get the Lover's card. This is you working in the male energy. I don't know. Are you meeting somebody new? Oh my God. So you may be meeting somebody new or have a new love in your life that you've met recently that's developing. I like that energy. I always see you out there dancing and having a good time and listening to music. I always see music around you. But yes, this is you working in partnership with a male figure or a new man in your life. So that's interesting. And you get the Ten of Wands. This is you taking actions, not letting any obstacles be in your way. You have the creativity and the ingenuity to move obstacles out of your way. Here's a boulder on your path. You have a rope. You wrap your rope around it and you move it out of your way. This allows you all that prosperity that's coming towards you at this period of time, Vivian. I love these cards. It's like high energy cards, successful, financial abundance, connection with spirit. It feels like energy of everything's just falling in synchronicity and that wonderful energy. I just had to pull one more card off the top of the deck to see what it was. It's your manifestation of everything coming towards you in life. So love these cards, Vivian. So blessings to you. And I hope you have a really wonderful week. And next up is, oh, no, I got to pull you a postcard. The one in front. And it says, you are the divine beauty. Okay. It says, dearest you have a secret to share with yourself. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved and you will be the magnet for love and experience love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if it were your truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or covetous, chaotic, or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Define them and act as if they were the luckiest, as if you were the luckiest person on the planet. And you will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are the infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. I like that. Well, that was an interesting card for sure. Love the energy around you, Viviana. It looks like you're on the road to success. See yourself living in it. And it will be. Okay. Hi, Snowwolf. It's been a while. We haven't talked much lately. Hope everything is going great. Give me a call. Let's catch up on how things are going. I know you've been really busy every time I've talked to you. And let's see what are in the cards for you. I ask Spirit to connect with your guides and give me a message you're wanting answered. And I heard, no, not that one. I don't know why I heard that. Okay. My guides connect with your guides and send me a message that you need to hear. Okay. Well, Spirit is telling me that you get the Hermit card. They are lighting your path and helping you rise in ascension. So they are lighting the path in which you're on, and you are moving forward and upward in your ascension. In the center of the reading, I get the Two of Wands, and that is opportunities coming your way, and it's surrounded by luck. So you have options and opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves. Follow your heart with the opportunities you take that present themselves and make a decision on which direction you want to go. Any direction you choose is going to be for your embetterment. You also have the Six of Cups. That is that nostalgia card. You're still working through things in your past, and it's bringing you forward in a very positive way. And my guides are saying you're nearing a completion of that part of your journey of that looking backwards and to move forward. So you're still working through some things, but that journey is going to end soon. The underlying card of the reading is know that you're on, you get the Wheel of Fortune. You're on your life path, and you're moving into the completion of this cycle at this point in time in a very positive way. It's going to allow you to be further connected with Spirit as you move into that Emperor card. You are the Emperor. This is your strength and your courage that you've used moving forward. Also, your connection with the divine spirit and your spirituality as you rise in that beautiful energy. And the sun is shining on you because you get the best card of the winter. You get the World card, and the sun's shining on you during this period of time. So this is going to be success, achievement, and illumination to everything you've gone through in your life, leading you into a beautiful pathway. So I love these cards. It shows that things are moving in a very positive, forward way in life for you at this point in time. So I'm wondering if you're finding that property you've been looking for. If that's the opportunity that's coming up. So I'm curious. Let me find out. Well, I get the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling like you've been a little bit out in the cold as you've been waiting for things to go. But you're in an awakening moment. You're moving in that guided energy. And yes, you're rising above with that Seven of Swords. So that energy is all upward lifting energy, and you're moving in a very positive way. So and that was clarification on that Two of Wands opportunity card. So you feel like there's been some missed opportunities, but you are being guided and ascending and moving forward, and you will be rising above that energy and finding what you're needing. So I do like these cards, beautiful cards. So blessings to you, Snow Wolf. And I think you were our last reading of the day. Let's see. Yes, that is. Is there anybody else in the room that I missed? Hold on. Yes, Trinzome came in and Brenda came in. Let me add you both to the list because I am only an hour and 20 minutes in. Let's... Okay, and Trinzone. I want to thank Vivian and Trinzone both for donations. I really appreciate it. I really needed it this week too, because I am literally down to my last $20 until the end of the month. So that is really helpful. Then I start all over again. I'm really dreading the health insurance costs going up because it's going to make my budget so tight. Guess I'm going to have to lose a little more weight, or at least my husband is. I don't really eat that much. In fact, my diet's the cheap part of the grocery. Okay, trends. The underlying card of this reading is the Four of Swords, and you got a beautiful foundation. You live in your truth, in that high energy, your strength, your power, your truth, and it moves you forward in life because of your great foundation. You also believe in living in the present. You are very aware of your surroundings and the present power, so stay in the present. We also get the Spirit of Pentacles. Of course, we're going to get some Pentacles for you. The Spirit of Pentacles is that Page of Pentacles. It's telling you that, yes, you're a messenger of financial security. And it's funny because when Brenda was reading for you earlier today, I got that, investment. It sort of came out as a sarcasm for my spirits, because my spirits can be my guides can be rather sarcastic, and they're saying, yeah, invest low, but not yet. It hasn't hit the bottom of the market yet, but when it does, and you feel the time is right, it will be the time to do some of that investment. And I know that you're very comfortable and familiar, and you watch that stock market, and in those investments, so you're going to make money doing that. And I don't give financial advice. You follow your own instincts on that one, because I don't invest. So, but yet the Spirit of Pentacles is telling you, is that messenger of Pentacles, is you watch your finances, you watch your money, and you will earn money. Okay. Coming into the reading, the guides are telling you it's time to get grounded. You're connected with spirit, but you need to walk out, put your feet in the dirt, get connected with the earth, and ground yourself. It's going to help you find that balance in life and calm you down. So you have opportunities coming your way. These are opportunities of luck and prosperity with the onyx pendant here, with options coming your way. So you have lucky options coming your way. Review all your options. Take the time to learn it and gain the knowledge of opportunities that are being offered to you before you make a decision. Whichever your decision is, you're really good at this. It moves you into prosperity always. And you just follow your heart in the direction you feel is the current one to go. Everything's falling into synchronicity. I think your life is synchronized. It's always moving you in a positive way. You're listening to your guardian angels. You're following their instructions. Knowingly or unknowingly, you just have really good instincts in what direction and what movement you go forward, and everything falls into place for you as you move forward in life. I love that. And here's more Pentacles. You get the Eight of Pentacles. This is your hard work paying off for you. And you are a hard worker. You have money luck always in your way. You have that Midas touch as you move forward in this lifetime, and you have the ability to achieve this. but you are willing to collaborate and celebrate with others. And we get that 3 of Cups. You will have moments of celebrations coming towards you as your hard work pays off for you. So blessings to you on that one. You get the embodiment of wands. The embodiment of wands is you're that king of wands. By taking action and moving forward in everything you do, using your creativity, using your knowledge, it brings you to a beautiful light and it moves you in a very positive way as you're moving forward. You get the moon card. This is not secret you're keeping. This is the moon illuminating you. You've worked through all those issues from your past that you carried forward into this lifetime. You've worked through those, and that's how you find so much prosperity, is you don't have those hidden secrets. You've worked through that energy in a very positive way. Although sometimes you're feeling a little left out in the cold, you know better with the 5 of Pentacles. This is just feeling a little frustrated from time to time with the economy the way it is, but you know how to get through this energy because you do have that Midas touch. You'll stand firm on the ground and allow things to move forward in a positive way, and you'll take the opportunity as they rise because you're starting that new journey with the Fool card. This is you taking the next leap of faith into the next journey and direction you're going. And know that you do this well because it is followed by that 4 of Wands telling me you have a full chakra alignment. My guys are like, yeah, Brenda's got your chakras in alignment for you. She works with you on that energy. You work on this energy too. You have a great foundation and it allows you to move forward in a positive way. You're not afraid to take chances. You're not afraid to use that fire energy, the creativity, the knowledge you've gained in life to take yourself forward. And you're very successful in doing so. I love your cards. I always love your readings. And the energy in which comes out for you is always so beautiful. Let's see what postcard from Spirit wants to say to you today. Is it this one or this one? It's this one. Okay, it says, be fearless. Okay, dearest you are taking yourself and your problems too seriously. Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. Vacation. Yes, I'm still teasing you about that vacation. You probably still haven't taken it yet either. You need to start booking that vacation. When you stop fixating on what has been making you so heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room to get very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you really got loose and silly and goofy? Quit taking things so seriously, turns on. Maybe you need to go dancing or watch a funny comedy that makes you laugh, or call one of those friends you know will remind you how ridiculous and delightful and giddy you can be. You will return refreshed, renewed, and ready once again to see the world as less daunting. You will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty of Spirit has for you. Like I said, vacation. Don't you just love how much we care about you? I love that. At least get on the phone and get together with some old friends that you love having fun with. Get out, go dancing, have fun. My husband and I go dancing on the weekends, although I've been dodging out the last few weekends because I've been tired and my body says I need to stay home and recover. But I think the event that Brenda was bringing to me coming forward, where I'm going to meet somebody with some great advice, or I have to rewatch that reading. I think that's I've been invited to go to to go dancing like we always do, but to dress up in costume, which is usually I'm the sourpuss on Halloween that doesn't dress up. And I'm thinking I need to call my best friend and see if she has a witch's hat, because I have a perfect outfit in my head to put together and dress up as a witch. I just need a hat. And it's funny, we used to have a pattern for a witch's hat, but I don't even think I have the right kind of fabric to put one together. I'd have to dig out my sewing machine, which is buried under this stack of boxes right here. But I think Kathleen probably owns one. Pretty positive she does. She has everything. She loves to dress up in costumes. So I'll have to give her a call. Yes, my best friend's name is Kathleen also. So, okay, for Brenda. Brenda, our final reading of the day. And I was really curious of what my reading was going to be. Like your number turns on 3865, one number off from my birthday. Mine's 3864. Oh, Marby, you snuck in. I will add you to the list. So Brenda and then Marby. So I'm not missing anybody. It's just going down there. Trend Zone. Get out. Go dancing. Call a friend. Have fun. Or take a vacation. Or do both. Maybe connect with an old friend. Take that trip to Jamaica. And dance. I like the idea of going to Jamaica. That just sounded like it would be a total blast. You should really do that. Okay, Brenda. Now you saw me shuffle. Okay, we got double aces for you. You got that ace of wands, that creativity, that strength, that power, the knowledge, everything that you are of, that you share with the world. It's that gift of God that they give you, that fire energy to be able to be creative about everything you do and put that beautiful fire energy, getting things done, always moving forward. And it is followed by the Ace of Cups. Yes, your cups runneth over. You have so many friends, loved ones, and people that really adore the gifts you share with everybody. And I love this energy that the Spirit's telling me. You're always out there for everybody, and that brings abundance to you, both in what you do and it allows you to really enjoy what you're doing and providing your gifts to everybody. But it also brings abundance into your life as well. And you're moving through life right now in synchronicity. You and your guides are working together to bring all this beautiful synchronicity into life, in your life, into other people's life, to help make everything make sense. I love this energy of these cards. The underlying card of your reading is that Four of Cups. Of course, that water energy, that beautiful foundation that only Pisces carry, with this great water foundation, that's your emotional, spiritual side, your connection with your guides, that foundation that you bring in your strength and your nurturing, that you have in your life and that you share with others. You get the embodiment of swords. This is that King of Swords energy, that ability to stand in your truth, in your power, in that Michael energy, that rises above, that brings that strength and energy and helps people transcend in this energy. And of course, the Six of Pentacles, your ability to give to others in charity and help and bring that energy forward. And in return, you're gifted tenfold back with prosperity and charity back. I love your cards. Love the reading. Everybody always gets such great cards. And so Marby, let's get you in on the readings and add you up here. Love all the hearts. Okay, you are our last reading for the day. I want to thank everybody for the donations. I really do appreciate it. So much gratitude out to all of you. And it's such a joy to read for everybody. I always think I would boycott Amazon, but I save too much money through Amazon to boycott them. And it's not always about making the rich richer. Sometimes it's about survival the least expensive way possible. I always cross price when I order anything out there. I cross price it through the whole internet, not just Amazon. I just get most of my best prices for things on Amazon. And if not, sometimes I get them locally. It depends on, of course, how quickly I need something. And I tend to be extremely frugal because I don't have a lot of money to play with. I don't think anybody does right now. So for Marby. Okay. Well, the underlying card of the reading is the sun. The sun's shining down on you right now. You get the inspiration, followed by the inspiration of cups. This is the Queen of Cups, the ability to nurture and to protect your family, nurture your family, and keep that unity going. Also, you're driving the chariot, so you're moving swiftly through the waters now, driving your own chariot and making your own path and future. I like that. And you're on a new journey. You're about ready to take that leap of faith into the new cycle. Okay, we walk into the reading with the Spirit of Cups. This is that Page of Cups. It's that energy of going with the flow of things occurring in your life right now. Be that stingray, and if you have ever seen a stingray in water, they glide through the water and ride those tides. And the most beautiful creatures, and if you've ever touched one, their body's like velvet. They're just the most amazing creatures. But they glide in the water with the current of the water and go with the flow as they move through. Realize that your guides are with you, surrounding you right now. They're guiding your path and allowing you to rise in ascension in connection with them. So watch for that energy, feel their energy around you and the direction in which they're leading you, because they are guiding your path right now. And you're on this beautiful journey, and with the sun shining on you, and you're taking that new leap of faith. You're not doing this alone, though. Not only are your guides around you, but you're doing it in partnership with a masculine energy. This could be one of your guides carrying a masculine energy. This could be your spouse, a loved one, partner, or somebody you work with. But it's a masculine energy that will be working with you in partnerships as you move through this new beginning of this journey as you move forward. So blessings to you. I hope that resonates. But everything looks good. You're on a really good moving path right now with the sun shining down on you, which leads me to believe that you're moving into a very positive period of time in life as you take this new leap of faith forward. You're not doing it alone, so enjoy the partnerships in which you move forward. You're the one that's steering the boat, though, and taking that fast action moving forward. So blessings to you. I love it. And I did read a card for twins. Brenda, I didn't read you a card, and let me get one for you and then one for Marby. I said, oh, here it is. Isn't that funny how the cards, this sort of thing. That one's for you, and this one's for Marby. Okay, for Brenda, the postcard from Spirit says, live your dreams. I think you do in your sunsets. And I did a Snapchat book, which is a photo book, because I think it was Anne that was telling you should do a table talk book of all your sunrises, or somebody had told you that, which I thought was a great idea. I did one of my quilts that I had 10 of them made, and I put them in my bag when I was still with the Quilting Guild. And people always wanted to see my works because there's a lot of competition in the Quilting Guild between quilters. And I was known for, being one of the youngest. Well, this is about 10 years ago, and I was, probably a little bit more than 10 years. I was in my 40s still. And it was getting really competitive in quilting. But one of the things I was doing in my quilting was using different areas of fabric. And I would take one quilt pattern, and I would use a modern quilting, a modern fabric design. I would use Korea period time fabrics, and then I would use old classical fabrics that are from like the flower stack quilts that were done during the war times that my aunt used to make them, where they used the old printed fabric from flower stacks. But I would use the Creole fabric from the 40s and make them out of, and I do different color tones, and maybe do one in a positive background, a light background with a dark foreground. And then I would flip one and do it dark dark foreground, a light foreground. But I would do it in different genres, and sometimes they would look so different. And I did them as a study. They would look so different that you wouldn't even realize you were looking at the same quilts. In fact, at one time I sewed 4 quilts I had made in different fabrics, and they actually got in an argument on the floor at the Quilters Guild of if it was the same quilt pattern or not. It was hilarious. I ended up having to have several people come up to hold my quilts up so they could actually take a look at them in comparison, because I showed them individually, and I didn't mention that they were all one quilt pattern or anything. Somebody had picked up on it, and they started arguing about it. So I ended up showing all the quilts all at once so they could see the study I was doing, working with different contrast colors and different genres of fabric. So it was really an interesting project. But I made a book of all my quilts. And if you want to see my quilts, if you go onto my Instagram, click on me and you look back in my photo albums, there are pictures of a lot of the quilts I made back when I was still with the Quilters Guild that I was competing with. So want to see my work. I do a lot of quilt designs, and I'm very creative. So it's one of my creative Pisces outlets of expressing myself. Anyways, poor Brenda. Live your dreams. It says, dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways that we could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to resurrect years later when you really are ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity of doing things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust in that in this new opportunity for rebirth, and you will be called in two directions. And the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Bring bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle now, and you can see everything changes is you can see everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. Loving you always. I like that. I noticed that in life. I repeat it like it seems like one lesson and it evolves into a new one, a new opportunity. And you come from because of maturity, we see things from a very different perspective than we saw in our youth when we experienced something for the first time. It doesn't go that way the second time. I think it's because of our maturity. We're receiving the message on a much more positive way, because we don't have that youthful naivety going behind us. It's fresh and it's new. Okay, Marby, for you, it's also the same category. Live your dreams. The message for you from Spirit is, dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artificial walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and us. There is an amazing freedom there's amazing freedom that comes when you let go of just yourself with another or a group. Release the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy and truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in the choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who you are with others. Share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so much. That's really interesting because when I met my husband, we became really good friends and we're really open and honest. And there was not that, you know, how when you date somebody new or somebody new in your life, you do sort of present yourself the way you want people to perceive you. And with my husband, I didn't go into that relationship with like, you know, trying to impress him or, you know, or anything like that. We just sort of clicked as friends and really got to know each other. And yes, with your guards down and you get to know somebody for the true person that they are, it is a really different perspective. So I love this messaging. We don't realize how much mirrors and masks and that we put up towards people around us. I think that's a wonderful piece of advice from Spirit. And sometimes it's hard to just let ourselves go and let people see us for who we are without the image that we want to project ourselves for. And I'm a Pisces, so you know we're like little chameleons. We have a costume for every event. You know, I can be yippee hippie. I can be Earth Mama. I've been called the church lady, a teacher. You know, I wear all these different hats, and the way I present myself out to the world, depending on what I'm doing. You guys get me as me. I'm in my sweatpants and my sweatshirt and relaxed and easygoing. And this is the place I like to be the best. It's just me being myself. I love putting the gardener's hat on too. Like getting out there and getting my hands in the dirt and working in the soil, which I haven't had the energy to do this last year, and it's driving me crazy. But I'm looking forward to getting my house organized, get it on the market, get relocated, and then planting my gardens because my guides have been telling me I need to get my gardens planted for quite some time now. Anyways, I hope everybody had a great weekend. If you participated in the marches, my heart was with you. I watched the whole thing from all over the country. I really enjoyed even just watching. I wish I could have been out there and parading with everything. I've lived in Portland for like 8 years. I always consider that my hometown. It's where I lived before I moved to California. And I have missed Portland ever since I left there. That energy of Portland, that's what Oregonians are like, is what you were seeing on the streets, in costume, in character, down to earth, conservative people having a good time playing music, wearing costumes, and telling the government, making fun of the government. They said they're, rioters, protesters in a war. Well, obviously, none of that's going on in Portland. They're the most conservative, easygoing people, and not conservative Republicans, conservative people in general. They're frugal with their money. They grow their gardens. They are environmentally conscious. It's a wonderful place to live. It's a beautiful city, and I can tell you what streets they were on. I worked in the downtown area, and I used to rent a courier route when I was in college in the downtown area. I know that place like the back of my hand. But it made me really homesick for Portland. But I love the energy nationwide that was going on. And the fact that something I really feared was there was going to be protest, that people disrupting the protests and stuff. I was so happy to see there was no violence, no arrests, no tear gas, no arms. The police marching along with the people, protecting the people from outsiders that might be acting up and ready to jump in the crowd if somebody did act in it. But I told you, if there was anything going on, the crowd would have parted the way and let the police take care of it and not interact it with any violence or any rhetoric. So I was so proud of our nation standing in unity, in their strength, in their power, and speaking their minds and their voices in protest and opposition to our government, and doing it peacefully. And it just over 7,000 people on. I believe that if they ever get an AI head count of the crowds from all the major cities, there's going to be an account well over 10,000 people out there standing in their truth and their beliefs. And those of us standing behind, shining the light on them and giving them positive, loving energy while we're there, and putting all that protective light around it. And I love that it left a bad taste in our government regime's mouth. He came unglued, couldn't handle it. So maybe he'll open his eyes and let him know that we really do want the best for our nations, and we are patriots of our nation. We believe in this nation. We are not against the nation. We want the best for all of our fellow men who live in the United States. We don't care what race, what color they are, what statute they live in life. We want services out to the people. We are taxpayers, and we do believe that the money should be spent on the people in this nation that pay the taxes. It's the wealthy 1%ers that aren't contributing to our economy much because they get all the tax breaks and they pay very little tax comparison to the amount of greed and revenue that they make. And when the tariffs go in and they start getting hit with those tariffs, no, they bail out and they move to other countries and take their businesses with them, and more people lose jobs, along with the president also eliminating jobs and services that are meant to be for the people. This is coming to an end. Trust in that. I've watched several readers. I'm going to put this out there again. I put it out on other people's channel. I'm going to put it out on my channel too. I've watched other readers read, oh, he's going to die. I do not see him dying. I do see him having a serious medical event. I feel like he needs like a triple or a quadruple bypass. And he's gets so many lawsuits, so many things, so much chaos and hatred going on. I think it's going to catch up with him. All these lawsuits, all this, he feels like the whole world's dumping on him right now. He's playing, I'm a victim. He's created his own problems. and they're coming back to roost now. I think this is threatening his health, his mental stability, and it's all going to come back on him tenfold. You reap what you sow. And I think that he's, rather than him getting that charitable Six of Pentacles cards and helping others out in charity, he's done just the opposite. He spent so much time turning on people that it's going to come back and turn on him. But I think it's going to affect his health, his heart. I keep on seeing him ending up in the hospital having bypass surgeries, followed by a number of strokes, which is going to take him out of office. He's not fit for office anyways, but I think his health is catching up with him. He's abused himself. He's abused people. He's abused everything. And it's catching up with him. And that's how I see him leaving office anyways. I don't see him dying immediately. I've always seen him dying in a hospital setting. I've always felt like he's going to be like a ward of the state, though, or a ward of an institution, a medical institution of some sort. I think he has serious dementia, and he's just unraveling. I mean, if you can handle watching any of his speeches, he is just, his language, his talking points, it's just so jumbled up and confusing and doesn't make any sense anymore. And every time he gets out there to speak, it just seems like it's worse and worse and worse. I think he's on the brink of his undoing, and it could be as soon as the end of the month. And I'm hearing a yes from my guides. And don't hold me to that, because timing is not our thing. Psychically, we do not get good timing, but it's coming quickly. I do see JD Vance moving forward into this, and then he is going to go rogue on the cabinet. He'll be getting rid of a lot of the cabinet, or they'll be walking out on him because they don't like him. They may have selected him because they could think he could be their puppet, their spokesperson, and they could control what he does, but he's going to go rogue on that energy. He's going to try to put a Band-Aid on things and like, I'm doing the right things, and slow down ICE and slow down this and that, and not totally following 100% of the agenda. But he doesn't have the GOP group behind him either. And I see impeachment papers being filed as soon as he takes office. I'm not even sure he'll have time to even announce a VP behind him and get one selected before the impeachment process starts. But I can't tell you who's going to move in to office after that. It's really up in the air. After that, what'll happen next? I don't see him making it to the November elections. Not this November, but the next November. But we'll see how that energy goes. That's my contribution to what I've been seeing coming in the future. Anyways, everybody have a great week, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and I will see you next week. I will post if I'm not going to make it on Saturday. I will try to be here Saturday. I've been really exhausted. My energy levels, I'm still doing a lot of healing. My energy has been really slow moving. But I'm working towards healing, so we're just going with the flow. I will be back on Sunday. If I don't make it on Saturday, I will make sure I come back on Sunday. So blessings to everybody, and have a great week.